Things Good podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the All Things Good podcast. I am your coach and your host, Jovanna. Thank you so much for tuning into the podcast that helps you with mental health, self development, and your overall wellness, helping you become the greatest version of yourself. Hey, listen, if you guys did not hear, your girl is now hosting Soul Before Sunrise on 88.5 FM radio between 3 to 6 a.m. every Sunday. And I know it's a crazy hour, but listen, you will not believe the amount of listeners who log on during that hour. So, you could be a trucker on the road. You could be coming home from work. You could be going to work. You could be coming from the club. I don't know your life. But if you are up between those hours and you want to tune in to Soul Before Sunrise, I'll play music. I'll play neo soul, R&B, some good hits, talk about mental health and self-development, have a few guests on. If you are interested in tuning in or even just being a guest on the radio show, let me know. If you want to tune in, you can go to WMNF.org and play Listen Now between 3 to 6 a.m. Or you can turn on your radio within your car if you're in the Florida area between 3 to 6 a.m. to 88.5 FM radio. I'm so excited about this opportunity. Speaking of music, we have an artist by the name of Indica Trells as a guest today. Who is Indica Trells? He is a soul singer who creates music based on his life experiences. His ambition is to reach as many individuals as possible with the power of his music. This he considers a universal love language, a language that can relate to everyone, young or old. Help me by welcoming our new guest, Indica Trells. Welcome, Indica. How are you today?
How we doing today? I can't complain, man. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being willing to share your story and share, your background. I'm excited to have you on. I've heard some good things about you. Nate really does brag on you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's my shout out Williams Media Group, man. They definitely helped me along this year to show my talents and just show the world that I'm here trying to change the world one note at a time, you know?
I love that. I love that. So Indica is your stage name. Can we break
Yes.
down what exactly Indica means and what led you to use that as your stage name?
So
Excuse me.
the name was kind of given to me. I started my music career at the festival scenes in Maine, you know what I'm saying, traveling and performing at festivals, you know what I mean? And I've always been the me as a person, and my music has always been laid back and calm, put you in the couch. And that's kind of what indica weed does. You know what I mean? It calms you down. If you have a speedy mind, it relaxes you. And so that's what I feel me as a person, and my music helps you do. It relaxes you. It puts you in a good state of mind so you can go about your day and just keep going, you know?
I love that. I didn't even know that's what Indica was.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know that.
definitely, definitely.
But I love the fact that you're saying that it's to me it sounds like it speaks to the soul, right?
Yes,
It's it's
definitely,
it's good for the soul.
definitely.
It calms it down when it's a little chaotic. Your music, your name is used to just create an atmosphere that just brings, relaxation.
Exactly, exactly. 100%. You get it, you get it, you get it.
I get it. I get it. Okay, so tell us about your background. Like how, what led you into music? What led you down that path?
So we're gonna get a little in depth about Indica here. So I was in foster care my whole life. Well, not really my whole life. From a young age, from 8 to like I want to say my mid-teens, but my whole life, music is all I've had. I've been singing since I was 5. I've been performing since I could remember. My mom threw me on a stage, you know what I'm saying? And music has definitely been the therapy to keep me going and to keep my head on strong and to make it through those rough days, singing and being able to express my emotions in a different way than other people can express them, you know?
Right. Now, do you actually sing?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a I be singing. You put any artist that I probably could know and I could mimic them to a T. It's just my music is a little bit different because I create it off the top of my head. I'm an improv artist. So I don't have
Okay.
no pen to paper. I just close my eyes and pain is created, I should say, or magic is made.
Yeah, let's say that. We
Yeah,
like that.
magic
We
is
like
made.
that.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so you grew up in the music industry. Well, you didn't say you grew up in the well, you said your mom kind of just put you on the stage.
Yeah, so I grew up singing. I grew up
Okay.
singing my whole life. My first talent show was I was like 5 years old. My mom was just like, she put me in a tuxedo, gave me a little cane, and was like, go on the stage, sing I Believe I Could Fly. And that started it off. It was just I love that song. And she knew that if she threw me on the stage, I wasn't gonna let mom down. She said, sing it the way you sing it when we at home. And I sung it the way we sung it at home, and I won.
I love that. She was like, listen, my
Yeah.
baby got talent, so we're gonna show
Right,
this
right,
off.
exactly, exactly,
Now, is she a
exactly.
singer as well?
N- She be singing, but she leaves the vocals to me. She loves all hip hop, all R&B, but she's one of them shower singers.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Right.
Now, did you start off in church? Because a lot of us start off like
Yes,
in the church choir.
I did start off singing in the church for sure. I did. I definitely did. My mom threw me in the church choir and definitely tried to get me out there and showing my vocal skills. But she just would throw me in talent shows, believe it or not. They would always have small talent shows around my area, and I could just remember her go on stage and sing it like you do. You know what I mean? And it started me not being afraid to express my emotions on stage because I feel like my music speaks volume, but seeing me perform is a different thing, you know?
Interesting, interesting. I like the fact that she was just like, you know what? I'm just going to encourage this because let's be real. There's a lot of parents that, they see it, they hear it, and sometimes they're just like, maybe it's just a phase,
Right,
because
right.
kids are always singing, they're always in that joyful moment. But she was like, listen, we're going to send you everywhere.
Right. We're gonna do it. You gotta do it. You have to, right. And that's basically what it was.
So at what point were you like, okay, I've been doing this since I was a kid. My mom has been inspiring me to do this, encouraging me to do this. At what point were you just like, I really want to do this for real? Like, did you ever derail from the music world or?
Yeah, so
Hmm.
like I said, I went into foster care. So around that time when I went in, like I did the talent shows and stuff from like 5 to like 8. I went into foster care and then I just took a stop. I just stopped doing music. I'm talking about my closest friends didn't even know I sang. You know what I mean? They were just like,
Wow.
and then it would be like they would hear me and they'd be like, bro, that was you. And I'm like, nah, 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 you didn't hear nothing. And then I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago, I was just making music, and what really inspired me was one of my favorite artists passed away, Juice World. Shout out to him. I don't know if a lot of people know who that was, but he died tragically of an overdose. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
he was one of the people that could express his pain through his music and show how his life turned him out to be a good person, even though it was hard. So when he passed away, I was like, man, if he could do it, I could do it. And I just sat down with my family. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And the rest is history.
And how old were you at that time?
Oh man, I want to say so that was 6 years ago. I was 26.
26. Okay,
Hmm.
okay. That's awesome that you had some form of inspiration. Now, what was the first song that you've ever created, and where did that song come from? Like, what was the motivation behind
Wow,
it?
first song. Oh man. So first song that I ever created, or first song that I ever created and released?
Let's say
You
just
know?
create it. Because I
Oh
feel like
man.
those are the songs that we don't release, but they hold like the deepest meanings. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So
If you can remember.
the first song that I created that got me like, okay, I maybe could do this was Can't Sleep. I can't find it anymore. I think they took it off platforms because it wasn't my beat, but it
Okay.
was my song. And I don't know if you know licensing and all that fine
Right.
jazz. Oof, that matters. So I can't even find where the song is. But yeah, it would be Can't Sleep. Can't Sleep
Yeah.
for sure.
All right. Well, let me hear a little
Mm-hmm.
something. Let me hear how. Do you remember how it
I went,
went?
so it was like, Lord, I can't sleep. Got me thinking I've been lost in my dreams. I've been thinking that nothing can save me. Oh no, but Lord, I hate sleep. I think that's how. Yeah, that's how
Mm,
it went.
that's
Yeah,
good. Have
yeah.
you ever thought about like rewriting it and now that you know so many different people and kind of putting that back out?
So I'm an improv artist, so I don't write. So it would
Oh,
be
okay.
going
Right.
back, getting the song, and I would love to do that. I think that now that I think I'm gonna do that. Now that you said something about it, that's gonna be a new thing I need to work on.
I only say
Yeah,
that because we're in such a time where, music, it just hits the soul, right?
right,
And
right.
people listen to music because they can relate to it. Nine times out
Hmm.
of ten. Sometimes people don't even relate to it and they're just playing it. But,
Right.
we're in crazy moments and something like that would kind of like, bring some peace and relaxation, maybe some direction to
Hmm.
people who may
Yeah.
need it.
Definitely, definitely. You know, I'm gonna do that now
Just
because
my
that
just my
song
thoughts.
definitely touched a lot of people in the moment when it was a relevant song, and it was one of them songs I definitely feel if I bring it back, it would just still do amazing things because, like you said, it's therapy, and music a lot of times is therapy for the heart. You know, healing for the soul. You know.
Right, right. Okay, well, this has been good. So, okay, tell us about a moment in your life that you talked about the moment where you decided that you wanted to really do this music thing.
Hmm.
You grew up in the music, your mom encouraged you as a child, which is beautiful. Was there ever a moment that you just were in the place mentally that music helped you get out of? Whether if it was yours or somebody else's.
Yeah. So again, the reason I make music is because I feel like I'm able to express something that, or a part of me that a lot of not just men but black men can express. You know, we
Mm,
as being a black man who was raised up in the 90s, one thing I wasn't able to do was show certain emotions, you know, which was
right.
pain or fear or
Mm-hmm.
anything that indicated I was less of a man to society. So when it comes to music, we're not really allowed to cry or show emotion. But when it comes to my music, sometimes I'll be pouring it out. So I feel like music has helped me through my whole life in that aspect. Because if I didn't have music, I would probably be a loose cannon just ready to explode. I wouldn't have no outlet. I wouldn't have a place to say, hey, I'm giving it all and I don't care what I look like. Cause that's what it
Right.
is in the studio with me. I don't be bringing certain people because I go to the studio, I'll be crying by the end of it, straight tears,
Wow.
like baby tears. And then I'm like, the people that's there, they understand, and it just enhances the music. And if it's a powerful thing what music does, you know?
It is.
Yeah,
Wow. Just sounds so spiritual. Like you really just go in
yeah,
there and it's like, and
yeah.
then the song that came to me was I think it was Jay-Z. I can't see it coming down my eyes, so I gotta make the song cry.
Right, right, right. Perfect example because I heard that song and I'm like, man, you
Right.
going through some
Good
stuff.
dude. You know I love you like cook food.
Right, like man, good memories, man. And it's like, yes, those are the things. So I want that to be a thing when people listen to my music 50 years or 100 years, or they happen to find one of my songs on a small file in the space, they could say, man, he was really tuned with his emotions. He wasn't afraid to let people know he went through some stuff and he climbed out of it. You know, that's
Right.
what I'm okay with that. I'll be accepting of that if they say, man, he be crying on the beat, but he sure know how to put some pain in there. I'll be accepted
Mm-hmm.
if that, you know, I'll take that as an
Right.
artist. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that as criticism for sure. So
I
that's just
love
me.
that. I love that because like you stated, black men never really had an outlet, right? Now it's becoming more, there's more spaces, there's more, women, men, they're coming together through podcasts or just circles and they're talking about their emotions. But, during you growing up and between my growing up, I no one really expressed their emotions. Everyone was
Right. We
just
couldn't do it. We couldn't.
we either joked about it, we either, started smoking at a young age. That's what I did. I was like, no
Hmm.
one loves me, and so I'm smoking,
Right.
drinking.
Right.
Because nobody's
Definitely.
listening. But you
Right.
turn to music, and I think that's important. And I hope that, there are different men listening right now that maybe they might not be musicians, maybe they aren't artists or amazing writers or improv writers, but using music as a form of coping, like a coping mechanism
For
to
sure, for
release
sure.
and to create a space for themselves. If they can't see it talk, by them talking to someone else, that they would just, make a little song. You don't gotta make sense.
Right, right.
You gotta feel
Just
good.
right, just right. Just put some emotion behind the beat, and you won't believe what you can make. Truly.
Right, right. So inspirational. Wow, that's so good. Thank you so much for like sharing your story in regards to that. Now, you've been on a journey, mental health, going through your healing process and using music as that tool. What are some other things that you do besides, write music or improv and release? What are some other things that you do as a man, um, to release
Well,
your emotions? If you want to talk
I'm
about that. I
learning
mean,
how
you
to.
seem pretty vulnerable to me.
I'm learning how to talk this year. You know, I'm learning how to be able to tell somebody, hey, I don't like what you did. I might have not did something after it that helped it, but this is what caused me to do what I did. I
Right,
apologize. Where do we go from it? Because old me would just be like, you did me wrong. I'm gonna do you wrong, and we don't even gotta talk no more. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Now it's more like, why you do me wrong? What's going on? You got something that you need to talk about? Maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I can help you in a different way. So I think talking is just a different, because the only way I could express was music before.
Right,
I was really good at it. So I'll just use that. Anytime I get mad, I'll just go to the studio. Anytime a girl break my heart, I'm Taylor Swifting it. Anytime, but as a man, you got to learn how to communicate. So that's
right.
I'm working on talking. That's it. That's a
I
big
love
thing
that.
that's changed for me.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
No
So,
problem.
who did you have to stop being in order to become who you are now?
Whew. Whoa, that's a beautiful question, man. I had to stop being one man to become a true man. That's a true statement right there, because I've been on, like I told you, I've been on my own since I can remember. But being on your own, you don't really teach yourself how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? You just
Mm-hmm.
teach yourself how to survive.
How
You
to
know what I'm
survive.
saying? So already being grown up, now I got to take a step back and learn how to be a man. I just learned how to survive as a man. Now I got to take a step back and learn how to be a man. Responsibilities. There's bills. Oh, there's stuff that you got to do, and that takes healing and understanding, because we gonna tell a grown man, yo, you're gonna have to go work up on your grown man stuff, even though you're a man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do that, but you could tell yourself that in the mirror. You could look in the
Right.
mirror and be like, hey, man, you didn't have no man around because you were stubborn. So maybe you got to go back to the drawing board and see what this is a little bit, and fine tune some things. So when you come back to this world, you can be ready to go. And that's what I'm
Right.
doing.
Right. So, what does survival actually look like for you, if you don't mind sharing?
So can you elaborate on the question a little bit?
So, you said you went from survival to actually becoming and having your
Right,
responsibilities and actually
right.
doing what you needed to do. So, what was that? What did it look like before? I mean, I know you explained it in,
So
from. Okay.
I was just running on fight or flight, I should say. Like I was just living life by just letting it do its course. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a set thing I wanted to accomplish. I was just like, I'm going to let life take its course and just go. And I feel like
Mm,
that's easy to do sometimes, but if you really want to grab life by, you know what I mean? You got to have a plan. You got to have a
right.
set goals. You got to have accomplishments that you want to achieve. So you could be like, all right, I did this. Now I could do this. And so that's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself goals and accomplishments that I can achieve so I can be better by the next day.
I love that. So ultimately, what you did is you created structure. You stopped allowing
Yeah.
life to pull you everywhere. You said, you know what, it's time to get control of my own life and start doing things differently.
Yes, yes, for sure. Man, you got a great way of explaining what I was saying in a way.
It's all right. We learning how to talk this season. You got this. I got faith in you. I got faith in you.
Oh, man.
So, okay, so how has your relationship with music ever become unhealthy? Like, have you ever seen that in your life, like in a pattern?
Did you say unhealthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, how we was just talking, I was using that music as a way of coping, I would say, or
Escapism.
escapism. I would literally, I can remember a moment I was going through a very rough time. I mean, life was just punching me in the face, and I went to go make a song, and then my grandma called. And she was like, "Baby, what's going on with you? We haven't talked in a couple days, da 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 da." And
Oh,
I'm like, "Ma," I sent her the song. She didn't even listen to the song. She said, "Boy, tell me what's wrong. I'm not going to listen to no song." I said, "Mom, just go listen to the song." She said, "Well, I'm not listening to no song. Tell me what you gonna tell me." And it really, that sticks out to me because some people don't want to listen to a song. Some people want them to tell you. Some
right.
people, some people can't understand melodies. They want it straight to the facts. I'm in pain. I
Mm,
need help. You know what I'm saying? But some people can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you gotta find the balance, I should say, right?
Yeah. Grandma was like, we using words today. You're not
Right,
gonna send
right,
me no rhymes.
right.
That's
Right,
awesome. But you know what?
right.
I give you props though, because music is really a form of communication and not many understand it, but like we said earlier, like when someone is feeling some type of way, they find a song that they can relate to and they share that. So either way, you were still trying to voice something.
Right, right,
Still trying to like tell people something like this is what it is. And now you're finding words through outside of music, which is beautiful. So either way, you are a talker. You just don't need the melody behind it all the time.
right, right, right. I guess
You don't
I
need to
guess I'm
rap about
finding
it.
that out. I guess I'm finding that out, right?
Awesome.
Wow.
This has been amazing. So we're gonna go into a different segment of the podcast. I title it there's two segments. So the first one is a piece of the puzzle. I
Hmm.
believe that everyone has a piece of the puzzle and people play an important role in our life. So, who do you believe was a piece of the puzzle in your life?
Do we mean family wise or do we mean like music wise, like industry wise?
It doesn't matter, whatever you want to talk about. This is your time.
Who was a piece of the puzzle? Hmm. I would have to say first the friends and family that I've came across along the way. Remember, I told you I was a foster kid, so that's big on me. Our family isn't 9 times out of 10 given to us. We have to go find it and make sure that they're the right people that understand us. So, being a man since I was a very young man, the people along the way I've met that really understand me truly as a person, accept me as a man. Those people, let's start with them. Let's give them a big shout out because I'm not an easy person to accept or understand. And the people that's in my corner, they ride with me solid, and I love them for that. Um, Industry wise, I'd have to say Kanye West and Kid Cudi because they make the most amazingest music, but because of their ways of living outside of music, they're judged. And I feel like judge them for their music, you can't, right? Because they too
Hmm.
good. So you got to find a reason to judge them. And those are the type of people I love. They're misunderstood and misjudged.
Okay. I knew you look like somebody. You kind of look like Kanye West. Anybody ever tell you that before?
Nah, I never get that.
Okay, maybe it's just a view, but I promise. I'm like,
Maybe it's the crooked smile, you know?
yes, Kanye West is definitely misunderstood and judged, but he has depth to him, like depth. I can never say that word, depth
Yes,
to himself.
yes, he does.
So, and he's always speaking truth, and people just don't want to hear it. So,
No, a lot of people can't handle the truth. They would love to like listen to the lies and the manipulation of the matrix instead of just looking at reality and saying, "Hey, it is what it is. You gotta accept it, right?"
right, right. Now, are you still connected to those who you were in foster care with?
Yeah, some people, yes, but not really. No, not too many people. No.
Okay, okay. I mean, life happens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, do you want to talk about that? At one point, you said you and your mom seemed to be really connected at one point, and
Yeah,
then,
me and my mom have always been close during. even when I was in foster care, we've always been close. Our favorite saying is "you and me against the world." You know what I'm saying? And that's a very powerful thing because I've been saying it as a kid. I tell my kids to say it. It's just we're locked in, but life has to happen for you to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? And I had to accept my mom's past for me to love her in the future. And it's not all her fault that I went to foster care. You know what I'm saying? Some things have to happen. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
For other things to be aligned and for it to keep going. So I feel like foster care was a journey that I was meant to happen because it changed me and made me the person I am today. And
Right.
it was a positive in a surrounding situation and negative, you know?
Right. I love that. I love that you take it and you're not someone who's just putting shame on that time of your life, but it's like it was needed for your growth.
No, for sure. Definitely needed. For sure.
So now we're gonna go into the soul snacks. This is my
Okay.
favorite part. Me and Nate had a good time with this. I got this from because have you ever been on the radio show with M16?
No,
No, you haven't been. Well, you got to connect with them.
we got to
They
do it.
have a segment titled "Don't At Me." It was a fun title, and I was like, you know what? I need something fun in my podcast too.
Right. Definitely, definitely.
Okay, so soul snacks. All right. So if you went to one comfort food, this is my favorite one. If you had a favorite comfort food during those moments where you were just you wanted to put something on the radio, or maybe you wanted to record something, but you needed a bite to eat first, what would be the food that you go to?
Starburst.
What?
I know. I know. I knew that was gonna come, and I don't know
I get
what it
some
is.
weird answers, but okay,
I don't
Starburst.
know why. Starburst. You know the candy Starburst.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. That's my comfort food. I have it in the studio. I have it every. I don't know why I love them so much, but it's I don't know.
Is
I still couldn't even tell you.
is there a particular flavor?
All red, the all red flavor.
Okay, okay.
All red. You come with a regular pack of Starburst, I might hand it back to you.
Okay, awesome. All right. So, are you a movie watcher or a show watcher?
Yeah. Yeah. I love shows and I love movies. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what is a movie that you can watch like over and over again?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I like anything with Greek mythology or like
Mm,
folklore, anything stuff like that, and like Greek gods or anything,
me
demigods.
too.
I love stuff that truly that's my if the world was that, I'd be okay with it. If we had demigods and witches and all that cool stuff around, I'd probably be cool with it more than the world we have today, to be honest.
You know what? Me too.
Right.
Me too. I love
Right.
those
So
type of
yeah,
movies and shows.
I
Those are my
love them.
go-tos.
Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure. That one or Percy. What is it? Percy and the
Oh,
Dragon.
okay,
I can never
yeah.
say the whole name of the movie, but basically Greek mythology. Any movie with Greek mythology.
Okay, okay. Now, what's one song besides yours that you can play like when you feeling some type of way? Like, I need to listen to this right now.
New or old music?
Give us one of each.
Okay, old music. Anything Michael Jackson. Anything Michael Jackson. I'm talking any song Michael Jackson. Come on. I'll be trying to pull a move out. I can't do his moves. We all can't. We know.
Stick to the
But
songs.
right, modern day, I would have to say Hurricane Wisdom or anything Kid Cudi. Again, I love Kid Cudi.
Mm,
Kid Cudi has definitely been a aspiration and a big focal point of my music. Changed my life definitely. All his albums I could spit word for word. You know what I'm saying? So anything Kid Cudi related just hits me back and makes me want to start making music immediately. You know.
right. Awesome. Okay, so let's get back to you. Your music. Tell us
Mhm.
about what you have out right now. Any new songs? Any song that is like your number one that you listen to and you want others to listen to as well?
So I just released a new song out right now, Honest, on all platforms. Go check it out. And My new music is definitely going. There's a song that's coming out soon that's going to be called Life, and my new music, like I said, is just showing me transitioning from not being able to or not understanding how to express myself to understanding and wanting everyone else to understand how to express and to accept me. You know what I'm saying? So all my new music that's going to be coming out is going to be showing a transition and a change in me that probably a lot of people didn't expect.
I love that. I love that. And where can we find your music? Tell our listeners.
On all platforms. So I'm under Indica Trells on all platforms. Anywhere you type in Indica Trells, you can find my music. And yeah, definitely you're gonna be hearing a lot more of me this 2026 for sure.
Awesome. And I'll definitely link all of your information into the description of this episode. And I'll also plug in one of your songs as well for them to listen to.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I was nervous at first, but definitely the questions and the atmosphere definitely calmed me down and got me ready for this interview. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Indica. And thank you for sharing and speaking and not just using your music, even though your music is powerful, but your words, being able to express yourself is going to be beautiful. If your music is beautiful, your words are going to still be beautiful. So thank you so much
Right.
for just taking the courage today to do that and to continue on that journey.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Let's go. Let's get it. 2026. This is us.
All right, thank you so much. Well, there you have it, guys. Indica Trells. Make sure you download his music. I mean, his story, not for nothing, your story, your heart, your mind, your soul is just amazing. Like
Thank you.
it radiates. So if this interview just inspired you by just the way he expresses himself, then you should definitely go ahead and take a look at that music and check out his music and download it and purchase and whatever it is that he has available. So
Right.
support our local artists. Thank you so
Definitely.
much, Indica.
Thank you for having me. You have a blessed day.
You as well. Talk to you soon.
Definitely. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Up when you see me call, I know I'm on your mind. When I'm in your state, you know I'm always on your line. Baby, I can't play, you know you always on my mind. Oh, I know I got a plane at 6, but I just wanna see if we got the same line and little chemistry. Baby, can you tell me how you want it? Let me see. Oh, I know you got a new one, but he definitely not like me. Can't do what I can do, I know it's something big. Let me do what I can do, I just wanna see. Oh, but I'm just being honest. 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 I know I'm definitely what you want. I know I'm not what you need. I know I can help, but I can also do some things. Baby, I can make it kinda worse. That's me. Oops. You know I am an Aries, girl. You know I like to fight. But with you, I'm kinda sweet. I know it's kinda right. Everything you want, I'll give it to you. Let me try. Oh, I'm just being honest. 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 You don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait. You don't gotta wait.